Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the 2023 forecast for Sagittarius. Okay, so we're going to start with January. January of 2023 is going to come in with unexpected reconciliations for a lot of the Sagittarians, especially if there's been arguments between you and some of your close relatives as of late. So expect that. On the financial front, increases in your budget are in the offing for this month, which means more chances for you to have personal growth, enjoy more things, have more fun. If you're in a serious relationship, don't risk those small arguments turning into real problems in the month of January. Be cautious of that. There's good news in store for you in the love department in January. If you are a single Sagittarius, you'll have plenty of opportunities to commit to a relationship, but you're going to need to weigh things carefully and know what you want from life before you make a decision. If you're set on the adventure, then live in the moment and don't think about what others are going to say. There are no significant changes on your professional front, nor will you make or lose more money in the month of January. As for your yearly forecast, the Sagittarius' 2023 predictions are of great high energy. So any type of frustrations or upsets that you've had over the past few years, that's going to start to finally fade away for you. The stars are auspicious in 2023 for Sagittarius to feel better and do better. Although not everything that needs to be resolved is going to be fixed immediately. Where you're headed is clearly going to take you to the end of the tunnel. You're finally going to see that light at the end of the tunnel that you've been seeking for so long, whatever that means for you, whether it's in love or finance. The stars are one of the most favorable periods of your life regarding your career progress in this new year. So use all of your creativity and manage your professional commitments with relaxation and dignity. Actions actually speak very much louder than words, so let the action take over when you have something to prove. That's kind of a hard one for Sagittarius to master sometimes. But in this year, that's going to greatly benefit you to do so. Success is going to come to you this year, but be aware of the urge to sleep on your laurels of victory. Never damage your relationships with others through your arrogance. Okay, so don't be overly boisterous this year. That may be one of the key points that you need to work on, because you are going to get recognition for the things that you're doing and accomplishing in the year of 2023. But it's important to stay humble and not seem egotistical over it and boastful. Some of the relative details, though, for the Sagittarius woman in love life could surface in 2023. And that's good because your relationship will become brighter and happier if you're already in one. If you're not and you're looking to find that new love, that is coming to you, and it's going to make you even happier than you thought could be possible in any other relationship that you've ever experienced before. I feel like this year is going to be the year that a lot of Sagittarius, male and female, truly find their person, you know, their lobster, their soulmate, whatever you want to call that. This is going to require you, however, to be more mature about your emotions and avoid those impulsive approaches that you normally may have to things. Perhaps if the part of your impulses is about tempering yourself when it comes to work, or expressing your feelings, you know, once in a while rather than all of the time. This will benefit you in career and your marriage or relationships as well. All relationships, whether it's love or business. Just kind of hold back on your need to express your feelings and your opinions of things. So again, this is a year of learning how to sort of bite your tongue a little more, if you will. But it's going to benefit you greatly to have this type of growth. Now, as far as your money is concerned, the Sagittarians are really bringing in all kinds of inevitable expenses. Despite your best efforts to keep your spending down, cash-strapped circumstances will arise from time to time throughout this year. So make sure that your planning involves being able to borrow money or defer payments that are coming due, so that they don't get your credit into a problematic area. When the opportunity to earn extra cash arises, make the effort to do so. And this is going to help you to be able to pay off those debts quickly and prioritize your payments that carry interest and penalties to minimize those expenses. Now, as far as the planetary transits of 2023 that are going to affect Sagittarians, Mercury is going to be retrograde in Sagittarius from December 12th of 2023 until January 1st of 2024. In the year of 2023, those born in the sign of Sagittarius will need to be very organized for the period when Mercury retrograde appears. So particularly between the last month of the year and the beginning of the new year of 2024, really be careful with your spending and balancing out your amount coming in versus what has to go out scenario. Some of you may even find that there's an urgency to get this done before the beginning of the new year on 2024. So there's a lot of warnings that December is not going to be such a great month for you financially as far as the whole year goes. Okay, so be prepared for that. And maybe if you know that in advance, then you can prepare and save back throughout the year wherever you need to, or wherever you can, rather, so that when you do need to have that extra money, you won't find yourself in a pinch and you won't find yourself strapped for cash. Pluto is entering Aquarius, and when it enters a new sign, everything about how we view our lives and our social life changes in very unprecedented ways. Pluto enters Aquarius on March 23rd of 2023, and it will remain there until June 11th of 2023, when it will spend a short time retrograding back through the sign of Capricorn. Pluto in Aquarius will take those changes created by Pluto in Capricorn and push them into realms that we cannot yet imagine today. People born with future Pluto in Aquarius placement are likely to be dealing with uncovering all past negativity and focusing on building a better future. Aquarius rules our humanitarianism and our innovations, making this sign well suited to a Pluto placement. Aquarius is a progressive sign and deals with change effortlessly, giving them a sense of freedom and independence. Now, when Venus is retrograde in Leo, and Venus is the planet of romance, and it'll go retrograde in Leo on July 22nd and remain there until September 3rd. Usually, the transit of Venus in Leo is an excellent time to show your feelings for your partner or to commit to a new person. However, love and relationship issues are likely to appear when Venus goes retrograde, which will be, again, from July 22nd until September 3rd. 2023 is a year with special alignments that help us to learn to relate healthily, like in a year's, it's a year of a vibration of 7. If you are familiar with numerology, the year 2023 is a 7 year. So that talks about relationships, partnerships, and how we collaborate. As we become used to very quickly giving up on relationships without realizing where we are going wrong and looking for another and then another and going around in circles until we end up at the same point, always having the same basic type of relationships and creating a cycle. But the 7 vibration is actually a cycle, a vibration of breaking the cycles finally and ending those common relationships that we tend to find ourselves in over and over and over. As far as lucky colors and numbers for Sagittarius in 2023, people will be brave and want to draw attention to themselves, the Sagittarian people. And so for them, the lucky color this year will be purple and golden. Their lucky numbers this year are going to be 8, 13, 23, and 40, according to numerology. Sagittarians will increase their chances of winning the lottery or other games of luck if they pick these numbers to use during the year of 2023. Now, in the love department, one of the most complicated chapters in Sagittarius' life is love. It will continue to give you severe headaches in the new year if you are not prepared to change, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Learning to temper your need for sharing your opinion, bite your tongue occasionally, and being ready to end that cycle, that repetitive cycle of where you're in relationships that don't work out and refusing to look at your part in why they didn't work in the first place. So this is basically a year of growth for Sagittarius in order to find their soulmate. And I feel like just from the tarot readings that I've done over the past year, I truly feel like a lot of Sagittarians are at this point now where you're on that cusp of moving into this new year with a new perception. And so this is going to be achievable for you. So as 2023 goes by, grievances between other people in your relationships will begin to be fewer and fewer, and things will level out. But the temptations will abound, and Sagittarius will find it hard to resist those temptations. So again, I remind you to temper your need to express your opinion and watch your tongue. Sagittarius involved in long-term relationships and those that are married will overlook relationship imperfections, counting them as a necessary stage of true harmony, which is a beautiful thing. According to the love horoscope, Sagittarius will spend the first half of 2023 swinging between the desire to have a family, to take care of it, and the ever-growing need to be free, to take care of their personality and their ideals. May and November in particular represent a danger to romantic relationships, especially those that have not yet become official. In the second half of 2023, Sagittarius will be more emotionally stable and will focus with great determination on family and household. Those close to you will respond to these kind gestures to some extent and from time to time in order for you to not be disappointed in your efforts. It would be healthier for Sagittarius to not expect the gratitude that they seek from others. So again, remaining humble, not boastful in your actions. Do your actions without expectations. The single Sagittarians will particularly be in a seductive mood, sensual and relaxed when it comes to sending signals to the opposite gender and conquering them. For most single Sagittarians, Marriage is out of the question in 2023. Sagittarians who don't have a partner will remain in that status with great pride, avoiding the serious relationships with guile and great class, as long as they stay in their ego, prideful attitudes. However, for Sagittarius that is looking for their soulmate in 2023, the yearly horoscope has some good news for you. Even though Sagittarius is a pretentious person regarding love, there is a soulmate in this world for you as well. And those born in the sign of Leo are quite ideal for you, actually. Besides Leo, there can also be a soulmate among the natives of the Aquarians, Aries, and Libra. For a lot of you, you may consider allowing your friends to fix you up and take you out on fix you up for a blind date, and this could be the perfect opportunity for you to find your soulmate in 2023. As far as your money goes, there will be several opportunities to attract the much needed money that you need through sponsorships, donations, or other forms of gratification, but not without making compromises that will probably not please you very well. So be careful in the deals that you make in this year in your efforts to make that extra money. Business partners will enjoy the Sagittarian's talent and ability to attract the capital, but they won't fully appreciate your efforts. So again, being reminded to temper your ego and your pride if you're not getting noticed in the right areas right away. However, I do feel that by mid-year, June to November for sure, you are going to be getting that recognition that you so truly desire and thrive off of. As for your health sector, the most stressful thing is that you don't know exactly what's going on and what's wrong whenever you're feeling different body aches and pains and things that you're experiencing. And it's really because your life is just complicated. The main thing to express here, and I'm not a doctor and I'm not saying don't pay attention to warning signs for anything, for goodness sakes. I'm just saying that stress is a big factor in your life and that it is affecting you in your health. And you need to learn to take the time to breathe, to relax, to de-stress, decompress, and have fun this year. This needs to be a main priority for the Sagittarians this year, is to go out and find some freedom and find some fun. Even if that is in a new love or hanging out with friends that you haven't seen for a long time, whatever the case may be, go have a drink or something. Be perfectly safe. Don't drink and drive. I'm not trying to give anyone any bad tips. But go have some fun. Let your hair down. Relax. You know, you've been putting your nose to the grindstone for the whole year of 2022. You've barely taken a break. You've barely taken a breather. You've barely taken a weekend off. Go away. Go somewhere. Get away. Do a little retreat. Whatever it is that you can do. You need to try to focus on more fun this year and be able to de-stress and decompress. That is a very important thing for you to try to achieve in this year of 2023. Now, as far as your emotional energy and your perception on life, entering the year of 2023, you're coming in with this emergence, like you're ready to really spread your wings and fly. And by the time you're going out of 2023, at the end of the year, you're going to really be feeling your power. And you're going to be feeling that power because of the vigilance that you have persistently stayed with throughout the entire year. Now, at the beginning of the year, you are going to be feeling a bit debilitated or some type of discomfort. And again, this discomfort can be within the body. It can be from stress. It could just be discontentment in where your life is currently. But you're going to be feeling that type of energy, even if you're hopeful that the new year is going to bring you more positivity. You're sort of still in that energy of that lack of mentality, where you've desired to have more things and they just haven't come into fruition for you at this time. But Jupiter is in your financial house, and you can see more abundance coming into your life. Again, starting around June, I feel like you're going to really start to see a lot of abundance in your life. I also feel like your personal life is going to bring you more abundance in the year of 2023 than you have felt in prior years. And I feel like this is going to be a year where you're really going to want to put down roots in something that you haven't already put down roots in. Maybe some of you are going to buy a home finally and really put down roots there. Maybe you're going to find that new love and start a family together. Maybe you're going to find that new love and they already have children, and so you're going to be a family together in this sense. But in whatever aspect this looks like for you personally, because each Sagittarian is different, you're going to want to put down some type of roots. You're going to want some type of stabilization in your life. And lucky for you, Sagittarius, the 8th house is full of mystery for you this year. And you love mystery. You love excitement. And you love change. And Uranus is bringing in change for you this year as well. This is going to be a really exciting year for you, where it's going to be adventurous and exciting and mysterious. And probably you're going to find your soulmate, as long as you're open to all of that. As long as you aren't trying to be egotistical and trying to control everything in your life, and just allowing the universe to bring it to you, allowing and accepting the possibilities that await you in this year, because you have done a lot of inner work this year, Sagittarius, and you've done a lot of soul growth, and that's very important to spirit. And I feel like you're going to get your good karma for that this year. Especially in the love department. I feel like there are a lot of single Sagittarians that are listening to this, and for a lot of you, you are going to find love this year. But again, you have to be open to it. You have to allow the healing to happen. Imagining yourself, and even if you're in a partnership with someone, imagining yourself and them healing from these past things and being surrounded by light that protects you and cleanses whatever this was that came to pass in this past year, with the conflicts and the frustrations and the ups and downs. This is also a year of forgiveness and letting go, and healing from past experiences that were those repetitive cycles of relationships, where part of it was your fault, and you have to, reflect on that and acknowledge that, and own it, and, transform it into something, transmute it into something else. And I feel like that's part of your emergence that you're going to be doing coming into this new year of 2023, is that you're fully aware now of where you have erred in relationships, romantically or platonic, and you're really growing from that. You're really going to start spreading your wings, and God and the universe are going to bless you for this. Your karma is really going to be like a clean slate, paid in full kind of a thing for you this year. And also going into the beginning of 2023, I feel like there's going to be a lot of reflection for you, where you're going to understand that you do sometimes need to give someone else in your relationship sector, give them their space at the moment, as much as you want them to give you your space, and trust and have faith that all is going to work out for the best. This is also a time to accept and understand that all of those past relationships that you've been in that didn't work out, all of that was part of God's plan to begin with, for you to understand and be ready at this time to have that great relationship that's coming toward you. Even if you're already in a relationship, you know, that particular relationship is now changing and transmuting in and of itself, to where you can both move forward at this point in harmony together rather than in conflict and ups and downs. So you may not always understand why things happen to you the way that they did in the past, but it's time to have that new perspective and understand from a higher position that all of these things that happened, all of these events that happened in your life were purposeful for your growth, and that through turmoil there will soon be blessings revealed to you for what you've experienced in the past. There's going to be a real freedom to you this year in the love department if you allow it. There's truly nothing stopping you except yourself at this time, because I feel like, again, with the karmic slate being cleaned, that this is that time where the path is clear for you if you want it to be, and you truly can see that light that's going to be at the end of the tunnel. This is a time to let down your guard and learn to trust again. And again, I feel like this is for love. I feel like that message very strongly came through to say that you need to do your healing from the past relationships that you've been through, and that to reassure you that you are going to get recognition. But again, it can't be in like a boastful way when you receive it. Like, you have to accept it with grace. Accept it humbly. You do definitely deserve to be recognized for your efforts. Particularly, again, if you've been in a relationship that's been volatile, up and down, you know, rocky, and you're putting your best foot forward and learning to temper, your need to be right, or to be in control, or to have the last word, or whatever the case may have been. You know, you're learning to give them their space. You're learning to let them give their opinion of things, their side of things, and truly weighing it out, you know, and looking at it from a different perspective. And you're definitely going to get recognition for that. You're definitely going to get the attention of your partners, whether this is romantic, platonic, or business. They're going to notice it, but just keep in mind that they may not always actually verbally say it to you that they're noticing. So don't, like I keep wanting to say, don't get butt hurt. And I don't even use that term, but that's what I keep wanting to say about it. Don't let your feelings get into it anymore, right? Be more mature about it, and don't expect the recognition just because you are doing a good job. Just continue to do a good job and be proud of yourself for that. That should be enough. But you are really getting ready to totally shift into a new perception that's going to change everything in your life. It's going to completely help you to heal from your past traumas, your past emotional wounds from other relationships, and so on. And this is truly a time now where your natural ability to heal yourself and others is going to be needed and used. And that is why I feel like by the time you get to December, you're going to be really standing in your full power with just how far you can really go. Because I don't think, even though you've been doing a lot of shadow work and a lot of inner healing on your own, and a lot of reflection and growth over this past year, I don't really feel at this time that you truly are seeing the full bulk of just how powerful you truly are, and how many layers and how many depths you can go to in your own healing abilities for yourself, for within yourself. And I feel like in this year of 2023, part of the mystery and the excitement and the adventure for you is going to be that you're really delving deeper into exploring, okay, just what can I do to increase my wealth and increase my abundance in the love department or in life in general, daily life. What can I do to increase my overall well-being and mental health and physical health? And you're going to be really excited by seeing the fruits of your labors, because this is going to start really turning over quickly for you as soon as you spread your wings and you begin to fly with this, right? And this is also going to be a year where you learn very, very clear boundaries and tough love in a whole new perspective as well. This is going to be that year where you tell the truth to everyone about whatever that you before in the past were avoiding because you knew that it would create conflict. And so again, this is going to be like karmic debt paid in full and blessings coming to you as a Sagittarian for all of the work that you've done, your own healing, your own growth, your own acknowledging of self-worth, and where you were to blame in certain situations, you know, what part of it you needed to own and alter for yourself. And so your karmic justice and fairness is finally coming around for you in this new year of 2023. This is also going to be a year where you need to be very disciplined, particularly where it comes to work, but also in your soul growth. Remain vigilant in that. And I even said that your emotional energy will be that of vigilance, which is what's going to lead you to feeling in like you're standing in your full power by December of 2023. So just continue to remind yourself to stay vigilant, stay disciplined, because you truly can accomplish anything that you set your mind to in this year of 2023. This will not be a year of indecisiveness for you any further. You're going to really, truly start trusting in your intuition in this year of 2023 in all aspects of your life, rather than being indecisive in any specific area whatsoever. You're not going to doubt yourself anymore. And you're also not going to doubt situations anymore. You're going to start learning to really release the need to know all of the answers and just walking in that faith, trusting that if it's meant for you, it's going to happen, and not trying to like totally control the whole situation. This is also going to be a very creative year for Sagittarians to use their imagination to move them forward in life in general and within the workplace. So this is a time that you're going to really truly learn to not only embrace your imaginative and creative abilities within yourself, but also to nourish the creative aspects of your mind. You're going to truly start to give yourself recognition and appreciate yourself finally for the truly powerful, amazing being that you are. This is also going to be a year of complete forgiveness for you, acknowledging that there is no benefit for you in harboring resentment, and that it truly just blocks the flow of love from coming in for you. And again, this goes back to the karma and finally finding your soulmate in this year, or being in a partnership already and your partner and you both level up at the same time, which is part of the twin flame journey, to where you can see the beauty in each other more so than seeing the flaws. So this is putting the end to all of the blame, all of the discourse, accepting responsibility for not only your part in things that have caused some of the chaos and confusion in the relationships, but also accepting responsibility for your own well-being and realizing that your role that you've played in these past relationship issues, it's in your it's in your benefit for you to alter your part in it to being a better you. So this is like a death and a rebirth, sort of like a phoenix rising from the ashes, or, you know, the dragonfly or the butterfly coming out of the cocoon for you. Really fully, I feel like, by September, but you're going to hit the ground running in January, really being ready to spread your wings and fly and explore what all creative potential you really have. So this is really a time of you learning and understanding from a new perspective that those endings are necessary so that you can create these new, really beautiful beginnings that are coming for you, and feeling that hopeful energy, that excited energy of what is to come without having to know what it is for sure. So truly learning to walk in your faith that God has your back and what's meant for you is coming to you. You're walking now with this courage and in this energy of really holding your head tall and your shoulders back, and quite prideful, but in a whole new way of being prideful that isn't boastful, but simply graceful and dignified in a very respectful way, because you're finding that inner strength to face any fear you have with like total and complete confidence. And for those of you that are single at this time and you have felt lonely, first of all, I want to say that I feel like you're learning that you're never truly alone, that you always have God, you always have your angels, you always have your spirit guides, you always have your past loved ones around you that are trying to speak to you, your ancestors, so on and so forth. There is so much more to this world than this 3D mundane life that we see on a daily 9-to-5 grind. And you are starting to become truly aware of that at this time, and comforted by that as well. Very comforted. Some of you are ahead of the game and already figured this out before the year 2022 ever even happened. But for the rest of you that were still trying to get to that point, you're now in that energy as well, where you're understanding that there is something beyond that veil, and you're trusting in it more, and you're comforted by it more. So this in and of itself is ending that loneliness that you were feeling. But then those of you that are single are also at this time truly feeling lonely in the aspect of, you know, no one's going to take care of me but me. There's never going to be anybody there for me. I'm never going to find my true love. And you need to flip that perspective, shift your perspective into this hopefulness, this energized, excited, adventurous, I'm going to just go have fun and live life attitude. Take some of that time off from work to go have that fun and truly start to enjoy life and trust in the universe bringing you what you deserve, because true love is coming in for you in this year as long as you're open to it. But if you're always in that fear energy, it's going to be harder for you to see that person when they show up. But for a lot of you, and I did pull my Starseed Oracle cards for you for this part of it. Just, I guess, for verification, to be honest, on what I'm feeling, I'm picking up for you. And I think that a lot of people like those visuals for that validation or that verification. And in pulling these cards, the very first one that came out was that you're going to be sharing space. In the year 2023, you're going to be sharing your space with someone. So you're going to be co-creating. You're going to be communing with someone. You're going to be honoring and cherishing and loving someone that wasn't in your life before. And they to you. They are going to be honoring you, loving you, cherishing you, communing with you. This is a soulmate type energy, I feel like, where telepathically you're going to like know what's the other person is thinking, and being able to finish each other's sentences, and sensing their mood, and sensing when they need space or when they need a hug, or them sensing where you need space or you need a hug. And it's going to be a very beautiful, loving, comforting relationship for you, because you have now earned this. I don't know if can you see those two people? This is sharing space. You're going to be sharing space in your heart, and you're going to be sharing physical space with someone. So I feel like even though you're not going to be ready for marriage in the year of 2023, excuse me, you are going to be ready to take it to some level of commitment and move in together. And this is going to be where you truly are expressing yourself, authentically expressing yourself to this new person in a manner that you never were allowing yourself to do with other relationships in the past. Your words are going to be very powerful and truthful in this year, whether it's expressing words of love, expressing words of wisdom, or expressing words of tough love, as I spoke of earlier. Because I feel like for some people, you're just going to call it like you see it, and you're not going to make any bones about it. You're not going to put the emotion to it. You're just going to matter-of-factly say, this is how I see that, and I'm sorry if that hurts you. And so again, that goes back to reminding you of your sharp tongue. You do have a very sharp way of saying things at times. And so you've been kind of refraining from that and holding back and not actually speaking up where you needed to speak up. And this is that year where that shift happens, where you find the balance between those two, and you can speak your mind and do it without being sharp, without cutting them down, without being condescending, without sounding like a bitch, right? Or whatever the case may be. You're not going to do it in a snarky way. You're going to do it in a very matter-of-factly, this is what I see that you're doing wrong, and if you just change that, then this could be corrected, and we can all just get along great, right? And if we're able to do that with each other, we should all be able to speak to each other that freely. I mean, I personally feel that way, and I'm a Cancerian, I think that we should be able to say to each other, hey, I see that you're kind of doing this, and, maybe try it this way, and see if that doesn't work out a little better, right? Whether it's a personal thing with me or just somebody that I'm seeing, doing things with other people, interacting with other people in a way that I feel like I could help them to alter and tweak out what they're doing so that their energy that they're putting into this situation can actually create the goals that they want to achieve. Because a lot of times with Sagittarius, you do see the outcome that needs to be happening. Just your words don't deliver that quite so well to people, and they take offense to it, or they don't get you, or whatever it is. And so then, the argument ensues, and on we go, and around we go. So if you learn to use your words more creatively, then you can get your point across without affecting people's feelings and their ego getting in the way, and that crossing of the swords happening, and everybody wins at the end of the day. So I feel like you're learning new ways of expression, and that is also in the cards. And then you got the card of the DNA healing and the sacred geometry, which is again what I was talking about earlier with clearing out your karmic debt, healing and forgiving and letting it all go, and understanding it from a new perspective, that all of this shit that happened to you was meant to happen to you so that you could be the person that you are now and move forward and find that true love or that perfect job or whatever it is that is your goals and aspirations for the year of 2023, and have fun doing it, right? Because that is the key right there. We need to be able to have fun and enjoy life. And this is what you're going to be achieving in the year of 2023, finally. So the next card is the card of light language. This is that universal language of oneness, of love, where you are truly trusting in the divine. You're truly trusting in source, and that God is going to bless you and pay you back handsomely for your efforts of your own personal growth in your soul. This is where you are trusting and listening to your heart, trusting in your intuition, and not always needing to know the answers from an analytical, logical mind sort of perspective, but going about it from the intuitive walk in faith point of view. So again, another confirmation in what I have said already. You are definitely being blessed beyond your ability to understand that and see that at this time because of the soul path that you are on. You are honoring all life, and all life is honoring you in the year of 2023. There is going to be an exchange of joy without karmic, toxic ties or sacrifice for your efforts in this year as well. So again, more confirmation that you have abundant blessings coming to you in this year of 2023 because of your efforts of learning your own personal growth. And then the very last card that I pulled in my Starseed Oracle is the Fire of Transformation. It is the Phoenix, and this is about radical purification. This is about that violet flame burning within you. So again, purple and gold are going to be great colors for you to wear this year because it's going to remind you in your soul and in your subconscious that you are walking in your power as royalty at this time. Not in a boastful ego way, but in a confident knowing, right? With this beautiful grace that you're going to carry forward with you. And this is going to be a surrendering of knowing, needing to know the outcome or needing to control the situation, and a full resurrection for your life. So this truly is a year in 2023 where, and it's a 7-year, let me remind you of that again, and 7s are lucky numbers. 7 is a God number. Look it up. 7s are very, very good numbers. And this is a 7 year. So a lot of people are going to have an abundance this year, regardless of what zodiac sign they are. But we all have our certain sectors where we're going to really see the abundance overflow. And for you, I feel like it's going to be in love more than in money. But I don't feel like your money is going to worsen from where it is now. I just feel like you need to save where you can and cut back where you can, because, and maybe it's, this just came to me, maybe it's because you're moving that person in with you, or you're moving in with that person, and so now you're sharing expenses with more people, and your money isn't going to go as far as it did for just one as it's going now for 2 or however many that you're, you know, building this foundation with and setting down these roots with. And so be wise with your money, and be careful with contracts. Again, I want to remind everyone, read the fine details. Don't go after the get rich quick schemes, because those are not going to get you anywhere. And then your karmic debt is going to again accrue, and you're going to have to work to pay that off, as well as paying off your debts. So be very intelligent, be very mindful of your spending, and you're going to do just fine. But I feel like definitely in the department of love, you're going to be abundantly blessed, whether you're already coupled up or you're single and feeling like you're never going to find your person. This is the year that all of you have your lobster. Okay? And that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, for the year of 2023's predictions. I wish you a great year and a happy New Year celebration. Be safe out there. Have some fun, but always have a designated driver. Be careful. Blessings of love and light to all of you. Bye.